Alright, what is going on, everyone? So today in this video, I'm going to be discussing the Supreme Week 1 drop. Now, as you guys did know, there was some lag issues in the United States for Supreme, and I'm going to be explaining some of that because many of us did experience this lag. And I'm also going to be going over some of the items and some of the items that I bought. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video. It's just sort of a discussion video. If you want more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe below. That'd be awesome. And one more thing you guys can do, it's completely optional, is if you guys would drop a like in this video. Let's shoot for, I don't know, 300 likes in this video. That'd be a big goal, and I'd be so happy if we could hit that goal. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, so I'm actually going to explain how you guys can avoid this lag. And there's several simple methods, of course, to avoid lag, and I'm going to be sharing them. So my first real method to avoid the lag that we experienced in this first week 1 drop, it's typically normal on any, the first few drops you may experience lag because there's a lot of popularity, but I expect week 2 to be a little less popular than week 1 because everybody always cashes out in week 1, and week 2 typically there isn't any lag. Now that's a good thing for phone users, and that brings me into my first point. Don't use your phone if you don't want lag. Now I know this sort of sound of, it may sound incorrect, but typically phone users experience the most lag rather than computer users. Just first of all, Supreme on a phone, it just doesn't really go well together, especially with an iPhone handling lag. Like I use an iPhone 6, and obviously Apple slows down their iPhones as they make new ones. So this is probably one of the slower iPhones, I'd assume. And I know some of you guys probably don't have as good a phone as I do. I expect many of you probably do have better phones than I do. But with that being said, iPhones, no matter what model, typically aren't the best with handling lag, or even Android, any of this, they aren't the best with handling lag. So my first thing to really avoid lag would be, so don't use your phone and use a computer instead. And if you don't have a computer, then I'm going to share some things you guys can use on your phone that would probably help you guys out. But with that being said, just use a computer. Now there's several free options for a computer. There's several bots out there. I know there's this bot, I believe called like Dot or something out there that works decently well. Not one of my preferred methods, but you guys can use it. But Chrome autofill also works decently. Just make sure you type your CVV. Don't autofill that. Autofill everything else, but have to type your CVV or else you get declined. That's what was installed in Fall Winter 17. So those are a couple free options I'd recommend. But if you get a good running computer, if you're able to use it at school, like you have a study hall, you set it up on like a good hotspot, lots of connections, school Wi-Fi, even though school Wi-Fi typically isn't the best, if you're able to set it up on a good network or just have a good connection, you probably have a good chance of getting something. And especially if you're like in college and you're able to be in your dorm room or wherever while the drop's going on, you probably have a better chance of copying than, maybe someone that's younger like me that has to use their phone in school because I can't really bring my computer. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't really work out. The teacher would already know what I'm doing. So my first little thing there is you can start getting bots like Force Cop, Super Cop Bot, another Nike bot. You start getting all these crazy bots on the computer because, it's just, first of all, the computer runs them better. And there isn't really many great phone bots. Like there's some free ones like Casper Cop and stuff like that. But really for the phone, you still have those same app options as I explained on the computer. Like you have app versions of like Force Cop and Super Cop Bot, but they're not as good. Yes, they're still decent, but I mean, I would just recommend going with something basic like Filler, or just it's sort of like the autofill systems that we have, just going with something like that because that's really what typically works the best on a phone. And those are some free options. But if you're willing to get a new phone and just set it up really well and do all that, you may have a good chance. But obviously for Supreme, my first recommendation to avoid lag is gotta be just the idea of using a computer. Get a bot on the computer, get a good connection wherever it is, and if you got that, you're pretty much set for any drop in my opinion. Now, the second step would be use a good browser. So if you're on a computer, this is going to go into computers and phones a bit. So if you're using Filler or anything on the phone, you just want to make sure you don't have, first of all, don't have a million tabs open. And then second of all, if you want to avoid the CAPTCHA, do a CAPTCHA beforehand. I've sometimes done a CAPTCHA beforehand on my phone. Like if I'm going to use Google Chrome, I'll do a CAPTCHA on Google Chrome like 2 minutes before the drop. And I'll completely avoid CAPTCHA, and it's super helpful when I'm using Filler. And you can also do that on a computer with bots. Just simply, usually bots have CAPTCHA bypass, but you can just fill out like a CAPTCHA beforehand just to, keep out any chance of you getting any CAPTCHA, and that typically helps. You can just look up like a CAPTCHA online and do it there, and then you should be set. You shouldn't get one. But that's really one thing to avoid the CAPTCHA. Very simple. You don't need any crazy like bot system to avoid it. You just need to, do one beforehand or before the drop, like 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds before the drop. Nothing too crazy. You should be able to get in the website. However, when it comes down to all that, you just need to be prepared for the drop. And that's really my main recommendation right there, is when using autofill, type in your CVV. Very, very basic. And then also with the computer, again, use your best browser you can. So my recommendation, I know Supreme probably runs better on Google Chrome. I wouldn't recommend anything like Internet Explorer or Firefox. I wouldn't recommend any of that. I would recommend Google Chrome, and because if you connect a Google account there, like if you log into a Google account on Google Chrome and go to Supreme New York, you actually will not get a CAPTCHA if you do it beforehand. So very, very simple right there. You can avoid the CAPTCHA like that. That speeds up your checkout time, and also it reduces lag. Like, you got a good connection to Google Chrome, you got a lot of good internet around you, you should be set for the drop. So another recommendation there is just, doing a CAPTCHA beforehand. Use the best browser and type your CVV. So those are my methods to avoiding the lag. Now, I didn't use any of these methods today. All I had was my phone, and I could have used filler, but I decided to use CAPTCHA instead. I didn't really get what I wanted. I just got like one item, and it wasn't even the best item. I don't think I'm gonna do an unboxing video for it because it's not necessary. I did do one for this tea, the chicken dinner tea, because I got it a couple of days early, so I felt it was a bit special that I do a video like that. But if I hope I can at least get one of these items for a decent resale price. Like, I really want the Legal Business Controls deck. That'd be such a nice item to have, I feel like. So I'm gonna try and get that. I'll see if I can. But with that being said, let's get into the week 1 discussion. Now, from what I can tell, the servers crashed pretty bad, at least from what I know. Like, I know that the fastest item did not sell out too fast. I know that the Legal Business Controls America's hoodies sold out decently fast, and I know some people didn't have to deal with any lag at all. Some people got really lucky and were on their phone using CAPTCHA, just using like cellular data, and they were able to check out really fast, so congratulations to those persons. I had that, but the thing is that wouldn't let me check out, so that's unfortunate, and that was basically my whole issue. I couldn't check out, and the reason I couldn't check out is, just because Supreme, first week, the capacity, trying to get all the orders for, and they're just gonna decline a bunch of orders, and especially, they can detect bots, so I may not have filled it out correctly first. But with that being said, that's sort of the first thing right there. Nothing really sold out fast. Like, the deck sold out pretty slow. Like, I still had a chance to get like the Supreme Illegal Business Controls America deck in the blue colorway like 10 minutes later, and it was still available, but obviously I couldn't check out, and I tried like 4 or 5 times. It didn't work at all. No confirmation, nothing charged, just sort of unlucky there. But some of the teas did sell out slower. Like, there were still some items available at like an hour after the drop. Like, the gloves even may still be available like right now. I don't know when this video is going to be out, but they still may be available. They're like 12 bucks, $10 shipping or something like that. So pretty basic, and some of the stuff's reselling. A lot of the stuff from this drop is reselling. A lot of items I didn't expect to resell are, that's just Supreme. I wasn't really paying too much attention to some items. I was more or less paying attention to the items I really wanted, which I really didn't end up getting because of the lag. But hey, for those of you that made it through the lag, I have to assume firstly you may have been on a computer. I don't know, but next time I'm gonna try to get on a computer, have good like wireless setup, like a personal hotspot, and just find like a good time where there's good connection, and hopefully I'll be able to check out something fast, whether it be on my phone or my computer. It's all about connection, really. That's how you check out items fast. If you had a good connection, then you're set. Good bot, that also helps too. But with that being said, sort of my week 1 discussion right there. We don't need to go into too much detail, other than a lot of people took L's, including me. Like, I got one item I wanted, so I took like 33% of an L, I guess you want to say. Like, I had 3 items I wanted, I got one, so like 33% a win, and the other 66% is a massive L. But a decent week 1. A very good drop, just not necessarily the best drop for me, because my phone wasn't working. Apple slows down my phone since it's older, blah blah blah. That's how it works. Week 1 was good, I got one item. Yeah. Anyways though, thank you all for watching this video. If any of you, I'm just gonna say this one time, if any of you have any like the Legal Business Controls America stuff for a good deal, any colorway, I'll see if you guys have any good deals in it, the decks, the hoodies, any of that. If you have good deals in your items, leave them down below. You guys can sell stuff there, but also I'm very interested in buying some of that collection, so if any of you have good prices, just put them in the comments below and I will try and get to it. But with that being said, thank you all for watching this video. Subscribe below if you're new, and also drop a like in this video so we can hit 300 likes. Enough outro. Thank you all for watching this video. I appreciate you guys' constant love, and yeah, I'll do more videos like this in the future. Hopefully this sort of start was helpful with all that stuff right there, with how to avoid the lag and bots and stuff like that. Hopefully it was helpful. I'll do more of that in the future if you guys want. But thank you all for watching, and peace out.